Okay, so how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are going to solve another coolest problem, which is Leetcode problem 238, product of array except self. Okay, so let's just understand what the problem statement is saying. Like, we have given an integer nums and we have to return an answer such that answer I is equals to the product of all the elements. Okay, so what that means, and like except nums of I, like except itself, like itself it doesn't have to include it. Okay. So let's just first of all, like, what will be our flow? We're gonna first of all understand problem statement, then we're gonna talk about approach, then we're gonna finally code it up. Okay. So let's just see, like, by this following example, what this thing means. Okay. So like at this position, at like one, we are taking the same example. At one position, we want 24. We want 24. How that will be possible? If you multiply 2, multiply 3, multiply 4, which will be 2 3 is 6, 6 4 is 24. So we will get 24 at first position. Now coming on to second position. On second position, how we can get? So what we can do is, like, if we multiply 3 into 4 into 1, 3 4 is 12, 12 1 is 12. Okay, so it will get 12. Okay. Now on coming on third position, what we will get? We will get 4 into 1 into 2, which is 8. So we get 8 over here on our third position. Okay, we get 8 on third position. Okay, and on our final fourth position, what will we get? We get 1 into 2 into 3, which is 1 2 2 2 3 is 6. So we get 6 over here. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, the input is clear, like how we are getting it. So just by looking at this following input, the very brute force approach came in your mind is, okay, what we can do is simply we will have a 2 pointers. So let me just write the input again back over here. So for example, we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, and what we will do, we will create a result of array. For example, result array we will create, and this array we will get our answer. So what will happen? We have one I pointer and one j pointer. Okay, so initially what will happen, the I pointer, like if when I and j pointer, they both are together. Okay, so what we will do, we're gonna continue, like they don't have to, because you know we have, the question is saying, like, it does not have to consider itself except self, so it doesn't have to consider itself. Okay, so now what will happen, j will go till from over here to over here. Okay, so it will get the it will get the total, which it will get 24. Now what will happen, our I will move over here and our j will move over here. Now our j will get from over here till over here. Okay, which is 3 4 12 into 1 is 12. Okay, so we will get 12 like this. So in this way we will get, just using 2 pointers, we will get our answer. But the time complexity is very worse. Okay, as you know, as you have maybe guessed. If you know, then don't worry, I will tell you. Okay, so let's just see what the brute force code will be, so that like your interview will get impressed, like, yeah, you know, you the man, you are getting with brute force, then you will optimize it. Okay, so for example, we are given something like public int array, as we have written array, so it will be int of array product, let's say, and they have given something like int nums. Okay, something like this. All right, now in this one, my first job is to create one result array. As I create my result array, in my result array, what I will do, I will just say, like, set its size, which is equals to my nums dot length. Okay, and I will just run a simple for loop for I into I equals to 0. I create my I pointer, will go from 0 to I less than nums dot length I plus plus. Now in this one, I will create another 4 pointer with j pointer, will go from 0 to j less than nums dot length, again j plus plus. Okay, alright guys, now if you carefully look at over here, we have to get the product as well. So what I will do, I will create one of my product over here. So I will create int product over here. Okay, so this is our brute force approach, which we are doing. So don't worry, we're gonna optimize it. We're gonna very optimize it. Okay, so just I create our int product, so like this will help me get the product initially. Because why I initialize with 1, because you know, if I initialize with 0, then 0 multiply anything will become 0. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just simply say product. Oh, first, before that, I have to make one condition. Like, I have to make one condition. If I is equals to j, then just continue. We don't have to use this one, because you know, I told you I and j values, we don't want to use them. Okay, all right. Now otherwise, I will do product multiply equals to just multiply in the product what the nums of j value, and coming out of this for loop, we have to put into our result array as well. So result of I equals to product. Okay, and just closing this for loop and just finally returning our result. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is clear. This is a simple, very cute code, simple code. And don't worry about the code. So the code is available in the description section. Just check out the link over there. Both Java and C++ add code will be over there. So you don't have to worry about this one. Okay. All right. Let's just talk about the time complexity. The time complexity in this one we are dealing with is of n square. Why? Because like we are iterating over and over again. Like the j point is iterating over and over again. Okay. And the space complexity is of n, as we are using another array to store our answer, final answer. Okay. So that's the brute force one. Now interview will not get impressed by this one. So you have to make him impressed so that he can hire you. What you can do is just say like, yeah, one thing came in my mind. I can optimize it. I can optimize it. And when you tell this thing to the interview is like, really? So you have to prove him like, yeah, we can optimize. Don't just simply move to the optimization. Before that, just tell him, we can do one more thing, but one edge case will gonna fail over here. Now you realize like what the another case, like what else we can do. So what I'm saying is, what if I do? We have something like the same example, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I will do, I will just simply first of all get his product, which will is I got 24. Okay, so this will take big of n. So this will take big of n. Now what I will do, I will just simply divide it by. I will just simply divide my 24 by every value. By every value. So 24 by 2, 24 by 3, 24 by 4. And in the final result array, I will get this will be 24, 12, 8, 6, like this way. And this thing time complexity is big of n. So we get total of 2 of n, and 2 is constant, so we get time complexity of n. But here's one thing you have to remember. One test case will, for example, we have something like 24 upon 0. 24 upon 0 is what? 24 upon 0 is infinity. So like our computer and system can't handle this infinity, so it will give you a runtime error. But this is a good way as well. Like interview get idea, like, yeah, you know the mathematics, you are the champion man. If you tell them, then he will go to impress. So let's just look at this code as well. Don't worry, we wanna code it up as well. So what I will do, I will just simply create this. We will simply have the same function again, back again, public int product, int nums. And in this one, create one first result. That's our first job. Always create our first result. New int nums.length. Okay. All right. Now what you have to do is, as I told you, first of all get complete product. Okay. So we get the complete product of our array. Product of array. So which will be before that I will create one product as well. So it's initialize with 1, as I told you, because 0 will make everything 0. So for int I equals to 0, I less than nums.length I plus plus. Now in this one, what you have to do, you have to simply say product multiply equals to nums of I. So from over here we'll get the complete product. Okay, so this for loop is costing us big of n complexity. Okay. Now our second job is to fill that answer in our result array by dividing it with every value. Okay, starting from the 0 to the next. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. So for int I equals to 0, I less than nums.length I plus plus. Now in this one, what I will do, I will just simply say result of I will be my product divided by nums of I. So that's how we will get our final answer. Okay, as I told you, this will gonna get runtime error in one of the case, so be sure about that thing. And guys, finally we're gonna return our result as well. Sorry about that, like this video got a little bit, like, I don't know why it has stopped, so sorry about that. Okay, just continuing with this one. So by that we just are finally returning our result, and the time complexity in this one we are dealing with is the time complexity is big of n, as we are just only iterating, or like, you know, n time over here, n plus n, which is 2n, and 2 is constant, ignore it, so which will give us n. Okay, and the space complexity is big of n as well, as we are storing our answer in our result of array. Okay guys, so now just give me a second. Okay, here we go. Now interview will say like, okay, can you just cover that failing edge cases. So you will say, yeah, we're gonna cover it, don't worry about that, we're gonna optimize it a little bit more. So that's our finally optimization. Now he will ask like, what do you want to do for that one? So just simply tell him what we can do over thing. What we are thinking is, what if I do something like this? For example, this is my result which I want. So what if I get his previous value? If I get his previous value, and I will get his after value. If I get my current answer, previous value and after value, if I multiply these together, if I cross multiply these together, then I will get my this answer value. What that I mean is, by saying this, for example, let's just say we have 2 over here. So let me write down the test case back again over here. For example, we have something like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, we have something like this over here. Oh, okay. In this one, for example, I want to get my value for my 2th index, for my 2th position. I want to get my value. Okay, so what I can do is I will get is all the previous value. So all the previous value what I have 1. So I have 1 over here, and I will get all this after value. So which is 3 4 are 12. Is 12 over here. If I multiply these together, then can I get my that current position value, which is 12? You got the point? If you don't go, don't wait. You're gonna you will not gonna understand what I'm saying. So let's just say again 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Okay. So let's just say I want the position value for this one, for 3. Okay. I will get its all previous value. So its all previous value will be 1 multiplied 2, which will be 2, and I will get all its after value, after this position value, which is only 4. Okay, so 4 over here. So if I multiply this together, 4 into 2, which is 8, I will get 8. As you can see, on 3rd position I want 8 in my answer. As you can see over here, on my 3rd position I want 8, and on my 2nd position I want 12. We are doing great. Yes. So okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, you got the idea. So how we can, like, so as you know, as you get the idea, like what we are doing over here, we are getting something called prefix and suffix. Okay, so we are just getting prefix and suffix product. Okay, we are just getting the product, and this will give us our answer. Our answer. So I hope so this thing is clear. Let's just now code this one. Let's just now code this final thing. Okay, this will cover all the edge cases, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so my first job is to again create the same function, public int, as we are returning result of array. So just make sure of that. Okay, let's just say they have made a function called product and int nums. Okay, this is an array, sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm so sorry about my bad handwriting. Both Java and C++ code available in description section. Just check out the link. Okay. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So what now I will do is over here is I will create my two array. One, my prefix. Let me call it pre, which size is new int. Size is our nums.length. Okay. And similarly, I will create my suffix as well, whose size is new int nums.length. What I will say is my previous 0th value, the 0th index value, I will initialize it 1, because I don't know what will be over there, so I will just initialize it with 1. And similarly my suffix, last value n minus 1 value will be I will initialize with 1. Okay, just remember this thing. Otherwise, to handle like index out of bound and all this thing, you have to write this. Okay, so just run a simple for loop for int I equals to, now we are just calculating first of all prefix and suffix, then we're gonna finally put into our result of array. For int I equals to, we have the 0th index value. Now I will start from I equals to 1, I less than prefix dot length I plus plus. Okay, and in this one what I will do, I will just simply say, do one thing, just get the product. So for the product one, I will simply say pre of I equals to pre of I minus 1 multiply nums of I minus 1. That's how I will get the previous value. And similarly for suffix, like for value, so we're gonna start from the very back. Okay, so like after value, so we are starting from as you have seen, we are getting from the back. So for this one, for int I equals to, as we already know the last value, so we start from the second last, which will be nums. So it's n is nums.10. So like, you know, I don't write it. So just remember. And don't worry, you will get the code. So just check it out from over there. So it's not an issue. Well, this is a beautiful code as well. Only the writing is shit, I think. Suffix of I equals to suffix of I plus 1 multiply nums of I plus 1. I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing, you are getting this thing. Okay. Now we have the current position, previous value and the after value, and if I multiply these two things together, we will get our current value. Okay. So and we have to store that value as well. So let me create one result array. So which you want to store, new int, size is of nums.length. Okay. All right. Now in this one, what I will gonna do is I will just simply say for, just run a for loop similarly for I equals to 0, I less than nums.length. I think it has to be not prefix. It has to be, sorry, nums.length. My mistake. I'm sorry, my mistake. Nums.length I plus plus. Okay. Now over here, what I will do, I will simply say result of I equals to prefix of I multiply suffix of I. Okay. And finally, guys, we're gonna return our result in the end. We're gonna finally return our result. I hope so this thing is absolutely clear. Now you will say about the time complexity and the space complexity we are dealing with. This function is taking big O of n, this is taking big O of n, and this is taking as well big O of n. If you add them together, you get 3 of and 3 of n. Okay. So 3 is constant, ignore this, so your final time complexity is O of n. And the space complexity as well, we are creating two arrays, prefix, suffix and result, so it's gonna again 3 of n, but ignore the constant, so it will be O of n. So I hope so this, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is absolutely clear, like how we are solving this problem. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I love you guys. Believe me, I love you. Take care, bye bye.